terms of self-care, I also want to talk to our colleagues. I've been seeing colleagues do birthdays, doing the baby showers. That is a very good way of having well-being, sharing together. But just those small things, zingine nanonga kwa WhatsApp, sijui ni ukweli ama ni uongo, but ama ni jokes, but let us try to be friendly and try to support one another. Because sometimes when I'm following, unaona somebody yako hapo very vigilant, sama wananyamaza. So you really don't know what happened. So kindly, let us take care of one another. If there's anything you want me to know, mimi namkanga napata kwanza Sunday, 1,600. So I just scanned through. I'm not able to see everything. So if there's anything you want me to know, kindly, my office is open. We can always share. Okay. Self-care also, we can also do our self-care activities like hobbies, like dancing. And you know dancing, tuseme hujui ku dance. My pastor told me dancing is doing anything funny by moving your body. So let us be able to, to exercise. And then, Your Excellency, together with the Advocate for Mental Health, we also have a robust mental health department where we have counselors and psychologists. Lastly is about violence against health workers. High rates of workplace violence are increasing, common due to unmet patient expectation, communication gaps, long waiting hours, and organization factors such as resources and infrastructure. Due to the close proximity to patients, nurses have remained to be the recipients of violence. So nurses, let us embrace good communication to lower the impact of violence within the work environment. Also, it's important for us, even when you are dealing with a client, to watch the nonverbals. Because sometimes, you cannot reverse. But you can be able to observe. So you observe the nonverbals of the person you're interacting with, and also the tone of voice. You will know how to prepare yourself. And the Bible says that a soft answer quenches anger. Then there's also one thing I observed when I was just doing my rounds. There's a ward whereby the computer, the way it is, this is the entrance, and the computer is placed here, and the nurse is seated like this. That nurse is not safe. Always make sure you are able to see your environment. Anybody can just come in, and by the time harm has been done, it will be too late. So one thing that we are trying to do regarding the violence, we are trying to have 2 nurses per shift, especially at night. That one we have not been able to do that, but I'm sure with your help, Your Excellency, we'll be able to manage that. Happy Nurses Week. Your dedication to healing and compassion care is an inspiration to all. Thank you for your tireless efforts and selfless service. I quote Sarah Moss, nurses, one of the blessings of being healed. God bless you.
Asante, Director Nursing Services. Nafikiria tumeongea, si ndio? Mumeongea? Na hata mumepewa muda. Thank you, Your Excellency. I think we have talked to the helm of both leadership, and I want to take it back to Kelly.
Asante. Let us appreciate Director Wanyaga, makofi mazuri. Let us also appreciate Director Faith, makofi mazuri. Let us appreciate all of us as nurses. God bless you. Your Excellency, I'd like to switch a little bit. I'd like to invite Kenya National Union of Nurses and Midwives, who is representing Secretary General Honorable Joseph Panyako. Can I have Joseph Gwasi? You can introduce yourself, who you are, please. Makofi mazuri.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the Governor of Machakos County, Madam Wafinya Ndeti, all protocols observed, my fellow colleagues. Good afternoon. God is good all the time. Thank you. I'm Joseph Ngwasi, the National Chair, Kenya National Union of Nurses and Midwives. One thing I must say that I am home because I trained here in Machakos and I worked in Machakos level 5 for 2 years. So I've stayed here in Machakos for 7 years. So I must say that I am home. One thing I want you, Madam Governor, to appreciate is that you cannot mention nurses in this country without mentioning Machakos. You have a very good nursing workforce here in Machakos. Actually, I must say that you are the best in this country. Followed by Murang'a County. So, when I hear you talk about the nurses, I'm happy that you are well acquainted with what is happening on the ground. There are some counties we go and you find that the governor is so green to the extent that does not understand what happens to the workforce that he or she is leading. So thank you for that. I was noting very keenly that any issue that has been raised here, at least there is something which is being done. I would say that you work with our leadership, because when there is dialogue, we will reduce the industrial disharmony in all the counties, and especially here in Machakos. The privilege of talking when my leaders have talked is that they have covered most of the issues that I was supposed to raise. But there are two issues that I want to request you. One, we have a new career guideline that was released recently by the Public Service Commission, which has recognized the specialists and has also improved the welfare of the nurses of this country. Kindly, Madam Governor, it's our request that we implement that new career guideline so that we can have our people placed with in the right job groups, and at least so that they can progress. Secondly, Director has mentioned about the issue of UHC. I know it's a little bit complex, but I know the leadership of this country, with the right enforcement and agitation, we can have this matter resolved. Yesterday, we had a meeting with the chair of the budget, Dr. Nikal, and he alluded to us that this matter is possible to do reallocation of the budget in WHITEHOUSE to have the 3.8 billion realized to absorb these UHC staffs. Because honestly speaking, 3.8 billion for this country and for all the workers who have served and all the workers who dedicated themselves when every Kenyan was working at home, I know it is possible. Madam Governor, assist us through the Council of Governors to have that money reallocated, because I understand the ceiling was done in February, but we can do reallocation to realize this money and absorb these health workers, because they have worked for us for a very long time under very bad terms. That is a request we are making as a union, and I know it occurs across the board, and I know this can be realized. There is, I saw the data of even those who have left through natural attrition. It's very worrying. We have, as of now, there are around 44 health workers who have died since 2020. One recently died through a road accident here at Chumpi. And some of them, I think you are nursed, they are being nursed here in Machakos level 5. And it is very unfortunate having worked for this country to stay like that. So kindly, Madam Governor, help us. We don't want to devolve a problem to you. And we support your stance that let the payroll be devolved when harmonization has been done. Sinyo kweli? Because these young ladies and gentlemen have worked for this country. Finally, I want to thank the nurses of Machakos, the leadership, and even the county for harmonious working relationship, because even hosting the nurses here, it's a gesture that you recognize them. We can only urge that you continue supporting them so that they feel appreciated for the work they discharge in this county. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph. I think Honorable Seth Panyako has been represented accordingly. Let us appreciate Chair again. Thank you. Your Excellency, allow me to invite the only president in the House, National Nursing Association of Kenya, Honorable Collins Ajuang. Makofi mazuri kwa president.
Thank you. Finally, I found my tribesmate here. Now, it is good to be here. To the Governor, Her Excellency Wavinya Ndeti, and the leaders, county leaders present, and the nursing leaders present, all the nurses, good afternoon. Bwana sifiwe. Moriega. Urio maber. Na hapa ya afya nasema mwaseo. Mwaseo se. Governor, nimejaribu sana. I've really tried. Governor, it is my first time to meet you, and I never knew you were such a warm mother. I didn't know. Governor, ningekuja hapa mapema sana. Kama nilikuwa najua mambo ni hivi. Kwa sababu naambiwa tu Machakos, nawaona tu, najua unaona tu dalili. Naona tu Machakos, tukiita mkutano, wanakuja in very good attire, wana address vizuri, they are very bright, they are very warm, they are very loving. Ni wale unaona wana tabu. Leo nimeshindwa, nimepata tabu zingine hapa. I've never known Machakos nurses wako na shida. The picture they are portraying, Governor, is that your county government is working. And this is what we are yearning for. Governor, even Sisi, uko Homa Bay, we have a lady governor called Her Excellency Governor Gladys Nyasunawanga. Nyawangaya. Governor, no, Tiyo. That my governor is working. Right now, Governor, I know you are coming there for the Madaraka Day celebration. You will drop there in a chopper. There's a pad waiting for you. Governor, don't come driving. No, that is not your level now. Governor, just drop there. Because we'll be there. Wacha sisi ndio tuingia kwa V8. Lakini wewe, I want to meet you there, of landed, dropped. Because I'm seeing several similarities between Machakos hapa na Luo Nyanza. Sisi tunapenda kala, warembo waminje. Governor, and many of your people here are married there. So you will find a delegation there waiting for you, my governor. Madaraka Day, I know utakuja mapema, but I'm going to tell my governor that she should be expecting you. So welcoming utapata, sio hivi, itafata klasi yake. So, Governor, with us, I'm impressed. I'm very happy. First, because of the way you have been treating nurses. I've never had a session, even where I work in another county, though Homa Bay is my home county. So we have never had a session with our governor the way you have with your governor. Governor was spoiled. See, you give us this governor for a few months, now which you tuende na yeye. Sasa hapo umejam na mimi. We have to consult. Umekata. Governor, I think that's a demonstration that your leadership is working for our members. And Governor, I believe that as you are going for the second term, hata mimi naenda second term. So ukipeana governor, na mimi pia yangu nipatie. Because governor, we are having our elections for the association this year in Kisumu. And governor, these people need to be in Kisumu. Nimeona dalili that kama nataka kura, kama nataka kwenda asubuhi na mapema, I must get all these people to Kisumu. Si ndio? Governor, mimi na promise I'll make sure they eat well, but please promise you pay for the food. Governor, mimi nitahakikisha wamelala vizuri, but Governor, I'll make sure I invoice you. Governor, mali pengine tunaweza share ni mali ya transport kidogo. Hapo kidogo Governor anaweza saidia wewe kidogo. But if I can get these people to Kisumu, there are almost 500 here. If I can get all these nurses to Kisumu, then Governor, kazi yangu itakuwa rahisi. Sasa mimi pia kikuja 2027 hiyo, Governor, nitafanya camp hapa. Nichape na we siasa hapa, na hao wauguzi wanatusikiza, they are all our members. Na wananiheshimu Governor. Nikiwaambia ni left ni left, nikisema ni right ni right, nikisema sahi Governor Wavinya Ndeti 5 tena, si ni hivyo? Ama ni 10 bila break, si ni hivyo? Ha? Kuna mtu anaweza tisha Governor wetu hapa? Kama mnataka kutisha Governor huyu, tafadhali nipe Governor niende na kwetu. I've never seen such kind of a function anywhere where the governor is addressing each and every item raised by the union. Mpaka the union wamekuwa bila points. Nguasi is Governor Nguasi can talk. Huyu Nguasi unaona hapa. Huyu anaongeanga. Leo nimepata hana habari. Ameongea 3 minutes. Nguasi. Mimi sijaona huyu akiongea below 10-15 minutes. Umemaliza union na Saka is a very influential person. Leo akisimama hapa Governor, hata umeaddress mambo yake yote, union are comfortable. Where the union are, Governor, I think when you have shut them off, kazi sasa imebakia mimi. Sasa mimi ni legislation policy tunanyorosha. Sasa kazi yangu ni to make sure nurses are well trained, nurses are competent, nurses have the skill, nurses have the power to drive the health agenda in Machakos County. Governor, tutafanya na wewe. Sahi Nguasi amesema tumedevelop scheme of service, career guideline. Kitambo, nurses who have done HND, higher diploma nurses, who have specialized as higher diploma level, do not know where to come in employment. Right now, Governor, tumewaweka somewhere where you need not now, nobody will ask you a question, that how did you promote these higher diploma nurses? Because in the previous scheme, they were not there. But right now, you just go direct. You have a referring document. So we are asking you, Governor, kindly be the first to adopt this new career guideline. You want to be the first in this country. Governor will make sure that we work with you. We'll make sure that Machakos shine as we move on with the nursing agenda. We'll make sure that all those counties come and see what's happening in Machakos. They have 3 departments who are run by nurses in this country. Something very unique. We appreciate you for that. Ama nasema uongo. Si ni ukweli. And see department hivi, they are very influential. Me, when I saw that, Governor, I came here just to see how White House is. Najua next week naenda Finland. Governor, unfortunately there's none of your people going to Finland. That one, I'm sure kama mngemwambia Governor, she could have done something. Governor ni kama huko jua. But I'm seeing your face. You could have given the money. Hata watu wawili wangeenda. So I'm happy you have a very magnificent, flamboyant office. And you have allowed nurses to be part of this White House. What a good governor we have. Governor, in the next election hiyo inakuja yako, wacha nurses wawili ama watatu wakwaye MCA. Support a few. Shika mkono ya Saka. Shika mkono ya 102. Moja atoke Matu, moja atoke Yata, moja atoke Kadhiani. Hizo ndio najua. The SG. In no particular order. Washike mkono, wakae MCA wakusaidie kazi. And Governor, I know your county has got so many constituencies. Shika one nurse. Unajua you are very influential. Shika one nurse, acquire MP. Leave a legacy. I don't know moja ameshajitokeza hapa. Mimi simjui lakini Governor you have got. Uko wapi? Hebu simama. Governor ni huyu. Hebu kuja huku, Governor akuone vizuri. Governor huyu amejitokeza peupe. Anataka kumenyana na wanaume. Anataka kuwa MP. Hebu sema jina yako Governor asikie na sub county unatoka.
Mimi ni Salome Mumbua kutoka Kangundo. Women rep tutasimama 2027.
Thank you.
Governor, hivyo amesema. Huyu amejitokeza, Governor shika ye mkono. I have my leadership here, Governor. I just want them wakuje haraka hapa. The branch leadership from the 3 sub-counties just to watambue. And Governor, I didn't work alone. I came from the national office with my vice president. Governor, usikie tu sauti yake kidogo. Yeye ataongea hii. Lakini we really love this guy. He's Dr. Atasema jina yake yote. He's a good man, Governor. And he has made our work easier. He has developed a school, academy in our institution, which is functioning perfectly, using ICT and internet. He's a very good man, very innovative. So introduce yourself, and then I'll give the rest of the team just say your name as we finish.
Excuse me, Mr. President. Before he says anything, allow me to invite Her Excellency for a photo. Alafu akae. Kindly, madam. Yes, please. Mr. President, can you smile? Thank you, Your Excellency. Now we can proceed.
Santi mwene museo na mabi ndaonde tusalimiane kwa hewa. Nase zue. Thank you very much, Governor. Naitwa Dennis Mbithi. I come from Boni, but I like Machakos County. You are the first governor nimeona akiengage nurses one-on-one. It was so amazing for you to answer what nurses want to hear from you. It was like a public participation. Amazing, Governor, you have chaired the public participation. So you are a good mom to us, and we appreciate you so much. Nataka kusema kwamba the National Nurses Association of Kenya drives the professionalism in nursing. And this, what we are organizing here, other nurses from other counties usually do the same. But what we have seen here today is amazing. You have supported the nurses, you have supported the event, and all your government is here. It is something to appreciate. See, mpigie Governor makofi. Governor, I'm your supporter. We will mobilize these nurses, and other healthcare workers to be your champion when it comes to re-election in 2027. Pige makofi. Governor, when you care for nurses, the communities are happy. The communities are healthy. And as a professional association, we'll continue to support the nurses to be professionals, to do what they are supposed to do, and to support their professional growth. So thank you very much, and Governor, we are happy, and we are looking forward to collaborate. What I want to tell you nurses today, niendane mukulie mbaitu mwaseo ingi, nienda to support Governor wa Vinya. Ni Governor wa power, tumukone makofi. Na niendane mutabie kindu. Pai Governor ungi mukona museo to, ulo kunena nenyu, muka mutabia madhina menyu, na imutabia direct no kumushugulikia. Tumukunia makofi. Na cha mwiso nendana asio, nurses, tuenda in the negotiation what? Table. Nienda maundua sume kunenwa kuku, mumandene na Governor, mumutabia muendata. Tisa sawa? Union, mutabia Governor muendata. Muendata. Nikienda tukuatane nake, health improve ya ndumaitu vama Machakos. Na tuimu kuata kuoko, nikienda aendenesa. Na tui support our bid to improve the economy and health of the people of Machakos County. Ngaina mwadime muno. Nula wasietu support mama Governor Vinya. Kwa makofi. Thank you very much. Nabarikiwa. Asante sana Governor.
Hawa sasa watasema tu jina yao na position yao kwa branch, si ndio? Let's start with Terry.
I'm Teresia Wavinya, Kadiani Sub-Branch Chair and the County Treasurer. Thank you.
Juliana Mwendo, the Machakos Branch Chair at the branch and at the county.
I'm Steve Okenye. I'm the Secretary, Machakos Sub-Branch.
I'm Jackson Moya, Chairperson, Yata Masinga Sub-Branch.
Jefflin Mwendwa, the County Secretary, National Nurses Association of Kenya. Waguzi oye. Governor, tulienda Migori. President hamesahau. We were very smartly dressed. Actually, we were the best. Wameshindwa kusema. Kuna watu walienda Migori hapa. Nisiposema hii watanichapa. Wamesema wakumbuke. Ama sivyo? Watu wa Migori. And they danced. We outsmarted. We were the smart ones. We were number one. Mpaka Migori Governor akatwambia, hey! Oh, the way umekuja kunishindia hapa. So wamesema uwakumbuke. Najua unaelewa. Uwakumbuke hiyo story. Thank you.
Yes, you can return your seat. Governor, for real, they came to Migori, and what amazed us most, hata sisi tunapenda class, but your nurses, Governor, walikuja the latest edition of Scania bus. Nimesema uongo? Si nimesema ukweli? The latest KDT, iko na wifi, iko na self-light, iko na nini, everything. Iko kila kitu, si ndio? And you traveled in style, in broad daylight, when everybody was seeing you, and you reached there in style, and they were well accommodated, and they ate well, and they sang and danced to a song, nilisikia hapa, Governor wa Vision Deti wapa, siku hiyo nilisikia hiyo wimbo. So, Governor, today I was supposed to be in Uganda, but when I had this occasion, I had to be here also to meet you. So, Governor, next year, I want to give my commitment. Uko Kisumu, tulete AGM hapa ya 2026. The other time tulikuja hapa, Governor, tuliingia mali ingine hapa, sitaki kutaja. But this time Kisumu tunaingia kwa Grand Suisse Royal Hotel. But we don't say. We are waiting for you. This time tukikuja hapa Machakos, Governor, change. Make us, make your nurses happy. Make the nurses of Kenya feel part of Machakos. We want the best of the best here. So when you bring your nurses, they have said you call them your nurses. Because I request that you come with them. The other day when we were in KU, tulikuwa na Governor Mutula Kilonzo of Makueni. Sindio? Tulikuwa na Governor Utichilo of Vihiga. Tulikuwa na our governor, you were with her in the G7, Governor Gladys Nyasuna Wanga. We are giving her second term governor. Hiyo tumemaliza. Homa Bay tushamaliza. So, Governor, this year, tunataka to join your nurses. Bring them to Kisumu. Come with them. Join us in that discussion. And then we'll have an opportunity to convince the nurses of the Republic of Kenya that from here tunaenda Machakos. So that is possible. And Governor, we welcome you to Kisumu. We'll give you official invite, and we'd like us to join us in October. Thank you. Otherwise, nurses of Machakos, receive greetings from our National Executive Council, receive greetings from our NEC members, and receive greetings from the whole country of the nursing fraternity. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. It's not easy to tell the President 1 minute. You're so hilarious, everything was flowing. Thank you, Mr. President. Your Excellency, allow me to invite Waziri Onesmus Justus, Waziri Justus Kasivu, Department of Health, please. Thereafter, you invite the County Secretary.
Thank you very much. Nurses, hoye! Tialala! Good afternoon. Your Excellency, Governor Wavinya Ndeti and your Deputy, my colleagues, all protocols observed. Mine will be very brief because today is a day between you and your nurses. Sindio? So tusiongea maneno mingi na pia lunch inatungojea. Sindio? So briefly, I want to introduce my chief officers. Musimame tu, mwonekane. Yeah. Thank you very much. We also have directors who are here with us today. Asanteni sana, kaeni chini. So mine, Your Excellency, is to appreciate you for making this occasion and hosting your nurses here. It's a great day for the nurses. And nurses, we appreciate the work you do. Your Excellency, anytime you talk about a patient, you must talk about a nurse. Sindio? All the way, akiingia, akiwa kwa ward, hata saa ingine akikufa. Simuko na wao? So we really appreciate you. These nurses are there for all the occasions. Hata mtoto akizaliwa, wakati kuna emergency, wakati wa Ebola, and all that. So we really appreciate the job you do. Indeed, you are our heroes. Munafurahia kuwa na mama hapa? Sindio? So mimi nashukuru sana for the support you've given us, and it can only get better. Sawa sawa. So mama, tunashukuru sana. So without wasting time, I also want to introduce my colleague CECMs who are here. Na ukinikubalia, niwapatie nafasi watusalimie na waseme neno moja. Tuanze na Waziri Finance.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, DG, and Mr. President, and your team. Nasi soye. Yo ingine sijui. Your Excellency, allow me to mention 3 things. One, after February we are paying. I've told you it has been approved by the Controller of Budget. So your deductions will be with your banks by Monday. For the March, Your Excellency, following your directions, amidst the serious cash crunch, we have already submitted to the Controller of Budget for approval. So we are also regularizing March. So with that, Your Excellency will be requesting the Chief Officer Public Service to write to the bank so that they can be expunged from CRB. Now, to whom much is given, much is expected. I'll be requesting you to push the 603 million we are at to 850 million before the end of this financial year. Is it possible? Then next year you can give us 2 billion. I wish you well as we implement FIF next year, next financial year. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Waziri Bishop. Karibu sana, Waziri.
Praise the Lord. And Governor, now the nurses who are here, mine, I just want to say one word. Sometimes people may not know the work nurses may go through, or people in the health sector, until when they have that experience. Last night, somewhere here, there was a very terrible accident. And then I went and we tried to help the people. One person passed on, and the other 9, I had to call the ambulance. But when the ambulance came with 2 nurses, the people there, the youth, they wanted to stone the nurses who have come to help the people. And I saw the nurses very terrified. I now had to protect the nurses and now tell the people, these have come to help you. And they are handling very, people are blood everywhere. That is the kind of risk the nurses may go through. And they had blocked the balabala, and now we had to support and help them together with the police for those patients to come to level 5. I want to say with those remarks, this department is a department which did not just start the other day, but for many, many, many days. For the longest time, humanity has existed. And it is so key that they need to be empowered, to be inspired, so that they may overcome their stress. I want to say to a person here who said he's a mental specialist, I'm also a spiritual specialist. And Your Excellency, what you have done to this great county of Machakos is what Christ did when he was around. He went to a big hospital, and the hospital was called Bethesda, and he found one man who stayed there for that 8 years. And he was totally sick. And this man said, I have no one to push me to the pool. 1 year, 2 years, all the way to 38. Your Excellency, when you came to this county, most of the people have suffered in this county because they had no connections and they had no godfathers who can push for their promotions, who can push for them to be paid their allowances. And some of the times, people will give their names, and those names will be taken away because maybe somebody does not want them or love them. But with your leadership today, Your Excellency, you have come to help a person who has stayed for a long time because they had nobody to push them to the pole. And therefore, that's a big blessing to this great county. Your Excellency, as I sit down, there are only 4 stages in human life for one to be stressed up. And I will just use less than 30 seconds. When your mind does not see hope, then your mind is stressed up. And the things that cause stress is family issues, is your health, is your workplace, is relationships, and the money. But you'll understand, if you don't check that, then you will go to depression. And then somebody will be oppressed. And then finally somebody will be possessed. And most of the people, when they are possessed, they are brought to our churches for prayers. But if you could have checked on the first level of stress and begin to see hope, then you never go to the other levels. Today here, you are all nurses. But even people here may fear to go and have their test done, and you are also in health fraternity, because people fear what they don't know. Your Excellency, I want to say, you have a committed government that for the first time, we have listened to all the requests of the staff in this county, and your team has completely fought for all departments. And Your Excellency, everything that was said by the staff from the lower counter to the highest would be on your table today, so that you can address everything for the staff. Your Excellency, we were touched when you said, at sweepers, they can go to Mombasa. Even a sweeper can go to Mombasa. Your Excellency, we have every reason to keep praying for you. Na 2027, mama, wale wanapinga wewe, wanaota. Hata wakati mjafika sisi tuanze kupiga siasa na kuambia wanaota. Nikiangalia katika pens, I don't see anywhere kuna loophole for anyone to come. They will have to work hard. Na hata 2032, our party njia kwa hapa. Yani watu watakaa sana in this county. The structures you have put in this county are speaking for yourself. God bless you.
Strapikia kofi mzuri. So thank you very much. I will end at that. But before I finish, Michael Saka, we have a very good working relationship with the board. A very cordial relationship with the board. Kindly. Asante sana. And we appreciate the support the board is giving us. Tunashukuru sana. Thank you very much. So allow me to invite now the county secretary to take up from there. Karibu sana. Tumpigie kofi akikuja. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Waziri. I'm not sure I'll afford the booming voice, but I'll try. Your Excellency, the Governor, His Excellency, the Deputy Governor, the very eloquent, ebullient, and grammatically magnanimous President of NNAK, our nurses, Amjamboni tena. My name is Dr. Moyanda Boki, the County Secretary and Head of Public Service. Now, Your Excellency, our Minister has already said it. This is your day with our nurses here. We should not take a lot of their time with you, Your Excellency, but allow me to say this. It was very gratifying to me hearing speakers, the earlier speakers, make mention of the fact that this is the first time our nurses are having this kind of an engagement with their governor. Your Excellency, you have gifted our nurses one of the most unforgettable moments in their professional life here. I am sure after tonight, after today, our people will relook at our engagements with them a lot more differently. Now, allow me to say this again. What is happening today is not an accident. Sometimes last year, towards the end of last year, Her Excellency, the Governor seated here, told me that 2025 must usher in a new dispensation in terms of how we relate with our people, our staff. Our union officials seated across here When I look at them and see them seated here, I am one of the happiest persons alive today. Because I know one thing for sure, it has not been the same for quite some time. We have engaged differently. We have recast the way we relate with our union partners. It is under the direct instructions of Her Excellency here that we have faced a different direction in terms of how we work with our union partners. We are looking at a future devoid of confrontations, a future that is a true partnership in terms of employee relations. Your Excellency, some times ago, when I represented you during a workshop in Mombasa, when some of the members seated here were working on the annual work plan for the health sector, the speech I presented was titled Sustaining the Momentum. And speaker after speaker noted the fact that we have seen the evolution of our health sector from point A to point C. We agreed that we cannot afford to lose the momentum. Your Excellency, these are the people to help sustain, drive that momentum. We know where we were in the health sector in Machakos. We know where we are. We know one thing for sure. We only need to sustain the momentum for 2 more seasons and we are out of the woods. Sindio? I repeat again, we can't afford to lose the momentum. And you are the people that will help us sustain the momentum. I will give you an assurance as the head of public service that the kind of employee relations that we have started cultivating will be nurtured for as long as we are here with Her Excellency. We are not about to lose the momentum. We want to face that direction, a direction whereby our union partners here can walk to my office and tell me we are likely to have a problem 2 months down the line. We resolve it before it becomes a problem. We take tea and leave. That is the best place I want us to find ourselves in. That will be the moment I will walk away peacefully, knowing that we have made a difference here. Your Excellency, we must not lose the what? The momentum. This is the point at which we redefine our relations with our people. When I see them beautifully clad in this, pardon me for color issues, in these beautiful t-shirts, I am very, very happy, and I wish we could have a lot more of these engagements. But that is now no longer a wish. With Her Excellency seated where she is, you can remain assured it is an assurance. This will continue because we can't lose the what? The momentum. Excellent. Now, Your Excellency, as is my duty as mandated by protocol, it is now my pleasure to humbly invite His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of this county, to make his remarks and celebrate this day with the nurses. Your Excellency.
Hey, na mko smart eh? Eh? Mko sawa? Mnakuanga hivyo? Oh. Hata mimi ni Okay, to Your Excellency, our Governor, leaders, President, and all of us. Mimi ni kumwitia governor. Sidio? Hiyo tu. Sina hiyo ingine county secretary amesema, president amesema, sasa niongezee nini? Something else yangu. Na hiyo iko kweli. Si ni kusema tu nitafuta. Nitatafuta. I sympathize as we commemorate this International Nurses Week. It is not proper for anyone to fight a nurse simply for doing her or his work. Sincerely, anyone listening to us, anyone who cares about healthcare in this county, in this republic, please, it is not necessary. Let's not engage in that discussion. I've heard, especially at our local hospital here, level 5. And now that Our Excellency has appointed a board, and now that we have a leadership in healthcare sector in this county that can articulate and implement policies, I think we need not to engage. Our people, they need to be educated so that whenever there is any problem, there is a way to address that problem. Okay? Secondly, Governor, hata mimi nataka niongezewe mshahara. Si ndio? Nisipojitetea nani atajitetea? Si mimi. So I sympathize sometimes with the situation because as we sit here, Your Excellency, it is sad that the national government keeps on misleading this country and the world that they are giving almost 24% of the total revenue of this country to counties, to devolution. It is a total lie. Total lie. As I sit here, what is going to devolution to counties is 8.9% of the total revenue of this country. And there is no need of lying. You are giving 8.9 to counties, and you are also delaying disbursement of that monies. And our people are stressed because the workers in this county, healthcare workers, nurses, everyone, even myself, there are some taxes that were imposed on my payslip without my authority. And you are giving very low, which is highly unconstitutional, and at the same time, you did not ask me, you don't know if I committed my salary or not. You imposed to build houses everywhere, which I did not ask. So my point is, Your Excellency, and forgive me, somebody might say I'm deviating, but I'm not deviating because we have payslips, all of us here. And we want better pay. We want good quality lives. And that is the essence of this International Nurses Week commemorations. We need to rethink. Because if we had 35% of the total revenue of this country going to devolution, we could have, at least with the engagement that Governor Wavinya is engaging workers and everybody in this county, I can say freely we will end somewhere. Before Our Excellency comes, there is an issue here. Our UHC partners who are promoters have been demonstrating throughout this week in Nairobi. We would wish, which business does the national government as handling devolved functions? I wish they could give the 35%. We saw, and they completely devolve what is supposed to be devolved so that we can deal 100%. Sasa tukikaa hapa na gavana tunajua tuko na 35% and fully resources and functions are at the county level.
we will talk with finality na tutakuwa tunaongea na gavana tunasema hii itawezekana. Lakini you can imagine, here you have a governor who is receiving less than 9%, although wanasema ni 24, although the constitution talks about at least 15, meaning they can go up to even 50%. Here we are. She's having that less than 9%, na tunataka hiyo pesa iongezwe. Na tunataka mandawa inunuliwe. We want everything to run smoothly. How is it going to work? Let national government respect devolution and devolve that which is supposed to be devolved, so that we can discuss our issues and implement our programs without difficulties. Sini sawa sawa? Na mwisho, gavana wewe, hata nasikia watu wanakuambia 2027 ni maneno itakuwa, nafikiri utaenda mbinguni. Na utaenda. Because 2027 nitazungumzia hiyo kidogo, lakini it is although sometimes I see watu wengine wana describe nashindwa, is that the yule governor anajua ama ni mwingine? Truth be said, a problem that is discussed is halfway solved. Even engaging, listening to me, hata kama niko na shida gani, kunisikiza tu, at least I will go home feeling somebody at least listened to me. Governor, that listening here, may God who gave you this county also grant you anything you might wish to want to have in your life. It's not easy. It's not easy. Unakaa, unasikiza, hawa wanaenda aje. Unajua sometimes when the day you will elect somebody akuje hii White House, na kuwe kazi yake, ana time, hata ya wale watu wa chini, kuna category itaumia for the period that person will be in the office. Lakini wakati tumeketi hapa, tumezungumza hayo yote, at the end of the day, by the time governor retreats back to that office, atajua, kumbe naambiangwa hii, lakini ukweli wa mambo ni huu. Sidio? So, nimewashukuru sana. Na Your Excellency, Mungu akubariki. Mimi ni waombe sana. Tumuombe huyu kiongozi wetu. Tujiombe, tuombe familia zetu. Ahead of hiyo maneno inasemekana, watu wamefanya siasa mingi, wameongea mingi, ni sawa. Hiyo ilikuwa ya huko mwanzo. Going forward, watu wanaume na wanawake wale mnataka wajipange. Madam, I wish you well from Kangundo. Hii club ingia ni msawasawa. The only thing, I'm sure Governor Wavinya will not stand here to tell you that I support you. Hata kama atakusupport, hiyo maneno lakini tumesikia vile president amesema, si ndio? Wakati natumwa huko Kangundo, sasa nimejua kuna mambo ingine huko. Lakini tukumbuke na tumuombee governor. Maombi yangu and my wish is the 2027, let's not change that which is working. Imagine for 10 years, we saw no need of having a policy addressing HR and promotions and how people should be promoted and rewarded. Within less than 2 years, we have one in place. Na kuna zingine mingi addressing different sectors, and all of them are to increase efficiency and effectiveness of how we work and our own welfare. So, asante sana gavana. Mungu atakubariki zaidi. So, nimezungumza mengi. Na nyinyi mmekaa sana. Siniwaombe tusimame kidogo. I will stretch a little bit. If we don't stretch a little bit na vizuri, hata Mingori hatuendi, lakini tutaenda Kisumu. Si ndio? Kelly, nikiwa na kazi, weka mic chini. Usikaribie kwa mdomo. Haya, 1, 2, 3. Governor, karibu. Talk to us. Mungu ako nawe. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, Your Excellency. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my Deputy Governor. Please be seated. To the Deputy Governor, His Excellency Francis Mwangangi, the President of NNAK, representative of KNUN. County Secretary Dr. Muya present, CC is present, officials of the nurses union present. Now, my nurses, good afternoon. Amjambo. Amjambo tena. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Asifiwe tena. Assalamu alaikum. I am extremely excited and humbled as I join you today to mark this year's edition of the International Nurses Week. This is a week that gives us the opportunity to reflect, to honor, and to celebrate one of the noblest professions, nursing. This year's theme, Our Nurses, Our Future, could not have been overemphasized, for indeed the future of the health system, universal well-being of citizens, and the future of our country lies on the shoulders of our nursing fraternity. Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by conveying my sincere gratitude to you all. My nurses. Across Machakos County for your diligence, hard work, and selfless devotion in offering your distinguished services to the residents of Machakos. I don't take this for granted. I know you handle my people. I've been to almost most of the hospitals, and I see the good work that you do. And that I got a letter from Senator, our senator who lost her husband, congratulating me about my healthcare system in Machakos. Well done. As critical professionals in the healthcare sector, your job is often done quietly, behind the scenes, and under difficult conditions, but your impact is loud, lasting, and immeasurable. Nurses are often the ones administering medication, monitoring vital signs, and providing direct patient care, making them the last point of contact before a patient experiences an error or adverse event. Today, we celebrate and recognize your critical role in promoting quality safety in health care. You serve as a central point of communication between the patient, the physician, and other healthcare professionals. Asanteni sana. Florence Nightingale. Yeah? And I remember I went to Kenya High School. Pioneer of modern nursing once said, I quote, I attribute my success to this. I never gave or took any excuse, end quote. I must say, my nurses in Machakos live up to that spirit. And they live in that spirit day in and day out. You have served with excellence, even when resources were limited. Asanteni sana. Even when hours were long, and even when recognition was not immediate. I appreciate. As your governor, I have not come just to celebrate you. I have come to reaffirm my government's solid commitment to improve your professional and personal welfare. Honoring nurses is not just about words and applause, but it is about action, investment, and reform. And I repeat that. Honoring nurses is not just about words, applause, but is about action, investment, and reforms. That is why we have prioritized health in our development agenda. I am proud to report that my government has made notable strides in improving various healthcare programs ranging from infrastructure expansion to rolling out health information systems to improve staffing and providing further training opportunities for healthcare workers. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to highlight a few significant milestones we have achieved as a government in the past 2 years. We have constructed over 20 new healthcare facilities which are already working, including 18 level 2s facilities in order to bring healthcare services closer to the people. We are also setting up flagship hospitals such as the Mwindimbingu Specialty Hospital in the new Machakos city, and you should take a walk there and see it. We are constructing Mavoko Level 4 in Athi River, Divini Level 4 Hospital in Masinga, Masi Level 4 Hospital in Mwala, Syokimau Level 4 Hospital in Athi River, and a new accident and emergency complex at Mas2 Level 4 Hospital to decongest our referral facilities and make specialized services more accessible. We just realized Machakos, and one of the nurses has spoken here, I think it is the director, we're having patients being referred from Makueni, from the other counties to Machakos. And that is where we have decided to bring Matu to the level of level 5, so that we decongest our level 5 here and also build the specialty hospital, the Mwindimbingu Specialty Hospital here, that is going to be like a teaching and referral hospital. We are rolling out the Health Management Information System, better known as AFIA One, across facilities to support and track patients' care and reduce unnecessary paperwork for nurses and clinicians. We are committed to continuous recruitment and equitable staffing, especially in underserved rural areas, to ease the burden of existing teams and enhance quality of care. From the time I took over, 208 nurses have been recruited and deployed to various facilities across the county. 208. Pigeni makofi. In order to motivate our staff, we have promoted over 200 nurses who had stagnated for years and 86 others. Another lot will be promoted from July this year. I kept my word. When I was campaigning, this Kinasaka, all this, they came to see me. And they told me, Mama, we have a problem in Machakos. Some of us have worked for so many years, 10 years, even 7 years, 8 years, and I've never been promoted. I told them when I come in as the governor, I will do that. Did I do that? Am I a person of my word or not? Pelekeni mama pole pole. Wacha niwaachie mwanaume hapa ndio mjue. We are actively working with our partners to improve the supply and timely provision of medicines and equipment and expand training opportunities for our healthcare. As you know, we have signed a partnership with the some of the people who give facilities with the national government, and we'll start getting equipment to our hospital. And some of them have started coming anyway. Kangundo, they have already received. Yeah? And just as small machines like ultrasound machines. Those are machines that should really be in every facility. So Mama cares. Yeah? So, but even with these gains, we know there is still work to be done. Many of you still experience staff shortage. Some facilities need upgrade. Others require better infrastructure, maternity wings, emergency units, accommodation for staff. We hear you and hear you very well. And we see you. And we are committed to walking the journey with you until every nurse in Machakos has a safe, dignified, and well-resourced place to work. My government is keen not only on constructing facilities, but also building a system that works. A system where our nurses feel valued and our children dream of becoming nurses, not just because it is a noble profession, but because they see it is a respected, empowered, and rewarding one. Ladies and gentlemen, nurses are not just caregivers. You are educators. You are counselors. You are leaders. You are innovators. You are advocates. During the COVID-19 pandemic, you stood on the front line when the world stood still. God bless you. In times of outbreaks, it is our nurses who rise to the occasion and save lives. We don't take you for granted. I want to take an opportunity to recognize the courage and heroism that so many of you have displayed, especially in the remote and high-volume facilities. Some of you travel long distances to reach your duty stations. Some have served without leave for months on end. And Kasivo, that is one of the things we need to look at, because if one keep on serving without going for leave, that can also affect them mentally. Some work in facilities with limited resources, but still deliver outstanding care. Asanteni sana. Your resilience is the bedrock of our health care. I therefore leave you with this message. You are not invisible. You are invaluable. You are not just healthcare workers. You are nation builders. And we still stand by you, not only in times of crisis, but every single day. May the Lord God bless my nurses and the nurses of Kenya and the world. May God bless Machakos County. May God bless Kenya. Asanteni sana. I would just like to take this opportunity to really thank Mr. President and the Vice President for coming, and the union, the chairman, for coming. We don't take this for granted. As I tell, for me as the governor of Machakos, I believe in communication and listening to each other. When we listen to each other, we can go far. It is very important for people to always sit together and reason out. Sometimes things could be difficult, no resources and all that. Na kwa hii dunia, hata kwa nyumba yako, pengine ungependa vitu zingine zote na zote haziwezi kuwa hapo. So you have just to try and live within your means. When I came here, and I want to repeat that, those were not my words. Even before I became the governor, the workers, they themselves, across the county, they are telling me, Ma'am, Governor, sometimes we are getting our salaries late. We are staying even 1 or 2 months without salary. And when I came, I instructed my finance department. I want salaries to be paid not less than 28th of every month. We tried, but as we moved on, sometimes our monies come late. When they come late, we say we cannot go beyond even 10 or 7 days at the end of the month. We have to try, and I want to thank you, the nurses, and all the workers in the hospital for the work you have done. When I came here the first year, we were collecting about 30 million. So I was saying, what is all this problem? Why are we not collecting money as a county? We decided to computerize, and with your help, we moved to close to 230 million. As we speak this year, you have heard we are almost hitting even 600 million. And I want to thank you. Kama sio nyinyi na kazi yenu, singekuwa hata na pesa ya kulipa watu. Tungekuwa tunakata miezi 3, hata 2, like before. Like before. The way it was. Kama zile kaunti zingine, tungekuwa tunakaa miezi 2, 3, hata bila mshahara, mpaka pesa ikuje. Lakini kwa sababu ya ile kazi mzuri mnafanya, even the revenue. Onesmus, I want to thank you so much. Machakos has never, the highest Machakos County has ever collected was 1.5. The highest since devolution, 1.5 billion. When I came, you know that year was the year of election. When I came, the first year, we collected 1.5. 1.452. The second year, I went to over, with crossing over, because there are some funds that were not paid, would have hit at 1.7 billion. But we went to 1.6. 1.85 billion. Without zile pesa zingine hata hatukuwa tumelipwa. As we speak today, me standing here, we are at 1.8 billion. So now, mimi naongea last week. I'm talking about ile last week. Saa hii, we are at 1.9 billion. Na mimi, nikiambia watu, can you imagine if I was not collecting that money? Sisi tungekuwa wageni wa nani? She will be suffering like the other counties. Niliona, like that time when we delayed for 7 days, we started seeing now other counties wanatuma barua. Wanaambiwa hata hawajui watalipwa lini. It was Nairobi, it was other. Hata ni nyinyi tu, mnafikiria ninakuaga kwa hizo wall zenu kama nimejificha. Na kuaga huko tu, hamwezi kujua kama ni mimi. Na kuaga huko nikaona vitu zinaanza kutupwa. Kakamega, nikaona hao wote wameanza kutupa hapo vile mshahara imechelewa. And sometimes you don't blame the governors. Because if we do not get money from the national government, how do they expect us to handle our workers? In fact, I feel sorry for those governors You know, na ni vile kila governor sasa amesema ajikakamue. Let me tell you, nobody is going to come and help us here in Machakos. Take it to the bank unless we help ourselves. Lazima tujipeleke mikutano, kila mtu angalie ile department yako, sisi tutafanya kazi aje ndio tuweze increase revenue yetu. As you have heard, here we have people coming from all the counties, isn't it? To get treatment in level 5. Si wakitoka kwa kuja hapa walipe. Sisi hatukatai pesa. You understand? So let us look as a county, also as a business entity, isn't it? Yeah? Kama ni services wanataka, wakuje walipe, wakilipa, my nurses will be okay, my doctors will be okay, my clinical officers will be okay. Ninaona hao sio marafiki yenu. But can I tell you, watoto wote ni wanani? All children are mine. Na ukiwa na watoto, lazima ujue vile utakaa na kila mmoja wao. Si ndio? Nyinyi wote ni wangu. Na siwezi kupenda mwingine kushinda ule mwingine. I will be a bad mother. Isn't it? Ukizaa mapacha, wote unawafeed the same. Yeah? So don't be jealous. So you want to be treated like the last ones. You know I'm a last born in my family. We are 10, I'm number 10. So, as I was saying, we have to work for ourselves as a county. Mukirudi kwa station zenu, and then munisaidie tufanye kazi. Unajua, can you imagine? I'm even going to meet the people of lands. If we collect at 1% rate, Nanini will be at 11 billion. I want Machakos to come to a level where pesa ya national government ikikuja tu inakuja kupiga mswaki. Lakini sisi tuko na pesa yetu. Tuko na pesa yetu. Wajamani, hakuna mtu atatusaidia na hakuna haja ya kuangalia mtu anaiba na wewe unacheleweshwa mshahara. Si ndio? You're seeing people just taking money left, right and center, and then you're not getting your money on time. Does it make sense? Tafadhali tujitume. Na mimi nawauliza kama nurses wangu, please tujitume. Tujitume, tuhakikishe kazi imefanywa vizuri. Wale hawako kwa SHA, tuhakikishe wameingia kwa SHA. You know, because also SHA is good for us, isn't it? And we'll be able to get money. So, tukifanya hivyo yote, sisi kama county, if we become independent, I'll tell you there's a state in Nigeria called Lagos. Lagos stayed, there was an issue with the president and the governor. And they stayed for, I don't know, it was more than 3 years or 4 years, for a long time, without getting money from national government. The Lagos state became efficient and sufficient to themselves. You know what they did? They increased their revenue to 20 billion per year without getting any money from national government. You guys, we have to wake up to it. Tuamke. Tunaelewana? Tuamke. We can be the best county in Kenya. Nayo pesa ikija inawekwa mahali kwa suppose kufanya nini? Kwenda. So, you guys, ni kama governor wenu, pesa ikikuja, trust me, money will go where it's supposed to go. Kama pesa ilikuwa inaibiwa ama inakuliwa, hata mishahara hamungepata, si ndio? Hata insurance hamungekuwa nao. Hawa wanaume wako nje, huko nje, ndio wanaangalia hii pesa 600 ile walikuwa wanasema 640 million. Hiyo pesa ilikuwa inaingia kwa mifuko ya wanaume. Nawaambia, wacheni ujinga. Endeni mkaangalia kwa account ya serikali. Hiyo pesa mnasema 600. Ukisema mama, pesa ya mama imepotea ama pesa inapotea Machakos, enda tu kwa account yetu angalia ni pesa ngapi iko hapo. Si ndio? You go to our account. In our account you see all the monies that we have collected, and the monies that we collect go to our accounts. And that is why we're able even to give free. Sio free, we're able to give insurance. Saa hii mtu akiumia kwa kazi, you'll be paid. There was no WIBA. Nimeweka WIBA saa hii. Nimeweka wiba, ukiumia kazini kwako unaweza kulipwa na insurance. I think a month ago we paid about 1.8 million to somebody. Aliumia kwa kazi, amelipwa hiyo pesa yake, na si bado anapata mshahara yake na ako kazini. Nawaambia mimi kama mama niko hapa niwaangalie. Hata mkipiga kelele, mpande kwa mlima, mteremke, nitakuwa mama. Tunaelewana? And that is how a mother is supposed to be. Yes? Mkiongea na yeye mama lazima afanye nini? Asikie. Hamwezi kusema mtoto hawezi tu kuongea for the sake. You know, there must be something that is disturbing that child, isn't it? For them to talk. So, maneno ya kuandika nurses, I have told you, we are going to employ more. Promotions of career growth, hiyo nimewaambia. Sini sawa? From 1st of July, the promotions will start. And what I would ask the union, it is also very important, please, tukiambia, try and get correct information from us and proper communication. And that is even through the county secretary. So if you do not communicate the right thing to them, then they think something is not being done. So please, muongee na sisi. If there is anything kama hiyo, Saka ungekuja kwetu, uulize county secretary to clarify. Kama kuna delay, si utambua kuko na delay. Yeah, because mimi hapa nimesema sibembelezi mtu. Board, kila mtu afanye kazi ya. Kila mtu afanye kazi yake. So if there is any clearance you need through your minister, Kasivo, through your waziri here, yeah, we are able to communicate to you. Hata pakiwa delay, kwani mtatunyonga? Si tutawaambia tu mungojee. Mungojee tufanye nini? So long as it is done. So long as you keep your word. And I am a person who keeps my word. Addressing staff shortage, hiyo nimewaambia. We are going to be reviewing like now I know 100 of them, 100 nurses have gone. They've gone for greener pastures. So I know I have to replace almost. Na hiyo tutakuwa tunaangalia hata sio. We said every quarter will be replacing the ones that go. Because there are also Kenyans who do not have work. Kwa hivyo, hiyo hapo mimi sioni shida na hiyo. Ingine ni violence. We need to look at matters of security in the wards. Now, in your training also as nurses, you know sometimes when somebody is sick, akona mashida mingi, si ndio? When somebody is coming to look for help, you know some of them can even be moody and talk to you very badly. Unamsaidia na anaona umfanye nini? Umsaidii. It's just like dealing with a patient, is just like dealing with an elderly person. Can you imagine that elderly person, you know, simko na wazee hata mnyumbani. Sengine unamwambia afanye hivi asiki hata anaweza kukutupanishia hata chakula yako. Akwambia mimi sikuli na unajua akikataa kukula atakufa tu, si ndio? So what do? Utakasirika? No, you don't get annoyed. Let us just and I know you try. Yeah? We handle them as they come. We try to understand them and God will bless you. But I'll make sure that my nurses are protected. We are going to look at the security issues now in the hospitals. Because kuna wakati niliambiwa moja alipiga ngumi ikavunja kioo. Sasa hiyo ngumi kama ingepata nasi wangu si angeumia. So we are going to look at those matters, and when you see somebody is even behaving like that, you better even report. Kwanza unamwacha peke yake, ndio mnakuja mkiwa wengi, si ndio? Mnakuja mkiwa wengi na mnaita security ndio mjue maana ya kumhandle. It is better kama akufi walk away kidogo, si ndio? No, it's true. If the person is not dying, just walk a bit, reinforce and go back to help them. Because hata wewe unaweza kuumia in the process. I'm sure there are ethics you train them on Mr. President, you train them on what to do. You cannot expose yourself. Ukiwa na mtu kama na and our budget, and we'll see what to do. Trust me, I'm a person who likes following the law. Sini sawa? So let us get those career guidelines, and then we plan. There might not even be a lot of planning, because we said in the meetings I had with the staff, nilisema, kila mtu kama uko na degree, pelekwa kwa degree. Kama uko na diploma, pelekwa kwa. Can you imagine? We have somebody here who has never even gone to school. Alikuwa amekwa job group M. Nyinyi hamjui ile vitu nimeona hapa. You guys, you don't know. By the way, here we are bringing sanity. There were not even HR manuals. We just launched the HR manuals the other day. There were no structures. Hakuna kitu hapa. Kwa hivyo, nimesema, we are doing, it's called rationalization. We are going to make sure that kila mtu amewekwa kwa ile grade ako supposed kukua. Na kama ni profession, apelekwe. I keep on saying, I found, can you imagine a lawyer? By the way, I found a nurse, I don't know, alikuwa anafanya wapi, ni People's Park ama ni wapi? Ati nurse ako kwa trade. Kwa masoko. Na nutritionist ako energy. Na lawyer garbage. Mimi, God knows. God knows ile uchafu nimekuta hapa. Ni Mungu tu, God knows. Mungu ndio anajua undani wa. But what I want to do is to make sure kila mtu amewekwa mahali ako supposed kuwa. And so long as I'm the governor of Machakos, that will happen. Because things have got to be done the way they are supposed to be done. I've told Kasivu, in health, every department, we are doing that. Before the end of this year, tunahakikisha kila mtu amesukuma mahali ako supposed kuwa. Tukishika 2026, tunashika na mambo mapya, kila mtu ako mahali yuko. Na tena promotions. Tumesema hautangojea tena atikuja kuniambia ati governor promotion ama ukuje wengine waliniambia, na hiyo maneno yote naongea hapa, nyinyi ndio mnaniambia. Wengine walikuwa tunaambia angalia ceiling ndio promotiwe. Not when I'm the governor of Machakos. Tunaelewana? And that is why we have the HR manuals. Don't let anybody put you down. Are we in agreement? Don't allow anyone to put you down. You have a right. Mtu kama huyo hayuko supposed kuwa kazini, ako supposed kufutwa, asukumwe, hata aende Indian Ocean. Aende sijui kama kuna nchi nyingine huko mbele. Sini sawa? I hope I've touched the our UHC. Hapo, the national government. Na sasa sisi tunaongea bila kuogopa mtu bwana. If you want to devolve them with the money. Sini sawa? Hawezi kutuambia their contracts are ending next year, isn't it? They are ending next year March. Alafu natuambia tu absorb na mjatutupatia pesa. Sisi tunataka pesa. Sindio? We are already in problems. They are our children. We love them. And by then they worked. Even when the doctors were on strike, they worked. Walinishikilia. Na mimi nawapigania pesa yao iteremke. Mimi niko tayari. I am ready to take mine. Sini sawa? Hao wangu niko tayari kufanya nini? Kuwachukua. Kwa sababu ni watoto wangu. Lakini pesa lazima ifanye nini? Iteremshwe. Kama ni health. Health yote inafanywa na counties. Si ndio? Ikuje ile pesa iko supposed kuja devolution. Ikuje devolution. Kwa sababu maisha sasa inaendelea kuwa ngumu for everybody. So I hope I've touched most of the things mulikuwa mumeniambia. Kuna kitu nimesahau? Ati nini? No, that one is being handled at the board. Kazi yote nimepatia board, na hii board yangu hakuna mtu ako supposed kupatia anybody pesa. Tunaelewana? And I've said again, no victimization. Wale walikuwa hapa, mulisikia nisema, pengine ukija hapa White House utafungiwa, si ndio? Au utaniona. Lakini ukija nyumbani kwangu, nitakuona. Useme tu mimi ni nurse na ni victimization, na nitakusikiza. Lakini you have a good waziri. You have a good waziri. You have a good waziri. By the way, there's a lot of change since he came there. Si ndio? Si hata nyinyi mnakubali hivyo? Hebu mpigieni makofi. Mko na waziri mzuri na hata the chief officers. Yeah? Wao tukiongea maneno, hii maneno ya staff sasa, let me tell you, this year we are dealing with the software. Na software ni nyinyi. To make sure that our software is running properly. Our civil servants are being taken care of. That is what we are doing with this month. Kwa hivyo asanteni sana. Mwenyezi Mungu awabariki. We treasure you. We don't take your services for granted. Na ni kweli, hata saa hii mtu akuwe mgonjwa tu, hata kama ni mimi, niende hospitali. The doctor will see me once or twice in a day, isn't it? Nani ananiona kitu? Nani ataniona all the time? Si ni nurse? Yeah, we don't take you for granted. We don't take you, we treasure you. Na mjue mkitoka hapa. And I can understand the anger you had, because you have never, nobody has ever given you audience. The first audience was when I met the other ones that came, isn't it? Some of you did not even come on that Monday when we had that meeting. Saa ingine kuongea na watu ni vizuri, because our problems are have solved. And I'll continue engaging you every year. Na hii safari yenu, sijui ya kwenda wapi, tutatembea pamoja. Nyinyi ni watoto wangu, mkipiga kelele ninawafinya masikio. Hakuna mahali mnaweza kunipeleka. Where will you take me? Si mimi ni mama yenu. Ukiongea nafanya nini? Nakwambia tutembee pamoja. Si ndio? Na mimi kama mama ninasikiza pia, si ndio? Kwa hivyo asanteni sana. Mwenyezi Mungu